systems, discovering your $1,000,000 systems. I wonder really if you really realize the value of systems. The systems are simply a way of achieving an end result by following a set process of events. Good systems are the reason that Fortune 500 companies pull in billions of dollars every year in revenue with very high profit margins. And I know you're sitting there thinking, well, I'm not planning on being this Fortune 500 company. That's okay right now, but you should be planning for a long-term goal. You should be have things in place that are going to allow your business to grow, for you to take it as big as you want to. Just because you maybe are not planning that right at the moment does not mean that you're not planning to, that your future isn't going to change and you're going to decide to go bigger. And you want to have those things that are in place right then at the beginning that are going to allow your business to grow. The primary reason why one-man shop fails is because they're unable to piece together all the pieces of the puzzle, and they don't have a system. You'll find that individuals, out there trying to get going to this, they're trying to do it without a system in place, and it's really not an easy thing for you to be doing. Basically, there's a professional marketing assistant is called an automated system. And that's what we're going to hopefully put in place for you tonight, is your own professional marketing assistants. A lot of people go, well, I can't afford to hire an assistant for my company, so I got to do it all alone. Well, we're going to show you some different professional marketing assistants. Statistics and reports have shown that up to 98% of all people who start a home-based business online will quit within 90 days. Traditional business models require the new business owner to call, different sales leads. They have to basically go out there and do everything that they have to do all by themselves. But these systems that we're going to be putting into place tonight are like having your own sales assistant working for you, but not having to worry about paying their health insurance each month and scheduling the vacations that come along with having employees. So you don't have to schedule a vacation in for these. You don't have to worry about that assistant going on vacation and you're left doing it yourself or trying to figure something out. Because a lot of times we have assistants and we just say, you just do your job. I don't want to get involved with that. And then if they leave, we're stuck trying to figure out how they were doing what they were doing. We don't have to worry about that. So what are systems? Systems are used to automate processes. Systems can include software, hardware, management, and even a paper and pen, when you come right down to it, can be a system if that's what you have to use. But we all have to have systems. The last screen we were talking about, it mentioned that we have traditional business systems that were in place, way a long time ago. Compare them to the systems that we use nowadays. I mean, there's really no comparison at all. I mean, everything is able to be pretty much automated. Of course, it's not one of those things that where you just set it and forget all about it. You've got to monitor them. But as you grow, you're going to no doubt need systems to automate nearly every aspect of your online business so that you can focus on your vision. And that's really important, because without these, you're stuck doing all of this work and you're not allowed to focus on your vision. You're not allowed to focus on the growth that should be occurring with your company. Benefits of using a system. If you're the brains behind your business, focus on creating the system that fuels it first. So before you're going to get started, if you're the owner, you're the brains behind your business, you need to focus on creating the systems that are going to fuel that business. And this is going to allow you many, many benefits. First of all, it's going to allow you to basically automate, where you can put programs in place that you can just set them and then sit back and relax and concentrate on something else. Of course, like I said, you want to keep monitoring them. Whether you have somebody monitoring for you or you do it yourself, you always want to monitor, but it will automate this whole process. Speed, repetition, and accuracy. This is something that is really, really important, and it's a really great benefit of these systems. You know, they can process information much more quickly than humans, and so this means that there is an increase in productivity, which means more can get done, therefore reaching your specific goals quicker. And moving on to the other advantages is repetition and accuracy. Automated systems can do the same task over and over again without getting bored. And that is something that is really key. These systems that you're putting into place, these softwares and stuff that are going to automate this, they're not going to sit there and go, I'm bored. I feel like doing something else. They're just going to continue to do that. And it's really hard after a while when you have to become repetitious at doing something to really get bored with what you're doing. And pretty soon you end up making mistakes, or you just want to quit and give up on it. These systems are not going to get bored. They're not going to need breaks. They're not going to be making mistakes. And the work that they do is without error for the most part. You know, there's always error in anything, I guess, but for the most part, they're without error, and as they're able to follow very precise instructions. And a lot of times you can even get programmers and take some of the systems that are out there and improve on them and add in your own parts to a system to actually create it to do better things yet. They're very adaptable and efficient and financially, and as they get more done than humans, but less cost to operate and stuff. So it's really cool when you get these systems in place. They're lower opportunity costs, greater scalability. You know, you can always improve on those. You can always grow with them. They're time savers. Imagine sending out an email personally to thousands of people that you created this list, you know, all by yourself, one at a time, put them person into your system, and then you sent out an email to each one of those individual people, one at a time. Imagine what your day would be consumed of. How in the world would you ever get anything else done? Even hiring somebody would not be able to possibly get all of that done in a day's work, what needed to be done. It's freedom to do whatever you want. It allows that. It eliminates many reasons for failure, and that's important. So many people get caught up without systems, and without these systems in place, they can't handle it. They're stressed. They get stressed out. They're overwhelmed, and they just find themselves giving up. And we found out, you know, that the failure rate and people giving up is usually within that first 90 days. And your business has just barely begun in that first 90 days. And here you're ready to give up already because of the things you didn't know, the systems you didn't have in place. Those last two are pretty important benefits to using systems. The freedom, it just allows you to do the things that you want to do. If you want to take a vacation and stuff, you know that you've got everything set in place to really just go with this. With this course that we're putting together, you know, that we're talking about here, we can have this all totally automated. So all you would have to do is just show up every single week and present the call live. There's even ways that you could completely automate this whole system, and nobody would ever even know whether or not you were live or not, whether or not you were even on there. And you could put together these whole systems like that run a whole course like this without even having to show up, and it's just completely all automated. Your emails go out. Your webinar starts up and looks like it's starting up and going, and it looks like everything's live, and you sit back and enjoy, your vacation that you're on, knowing that you're doing what you need to do in your business it's all automated. So what systems will I need? There's many systems that you need in your business, but we're going to focus on the ones that you really need now. And, these are the ones that are really, really important, that are going to get your business, up. When you're looking for these systems, basically you need to look for simplicity, the minimal steps that has to be followed, so it's not complicated, because a lot of people have problems with the technical aspects of setting up systems, and that's what scares them.